Well, Thanksgiving is just 41 days away. It's the kickoff, of course, to the holiday season where you might be getting together with family members you have not seen in a while.
Yeah, and that can bring a lot of stress, especially if someone brings up a touchy situation or topic and everyone has a different opinion. So Justin Michael Williams is a mindfulness expert and the author of the upcoming book, How We Ended Racism. And he joins us now with 5 tips to get us through those difficult family conversations. Welcome to the show, Justin.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for having me today.
All right, so difficult family conversations, is this something that maybe you experienced personally?
Oh my goodness, listen. So, I'm half African American, half white, and half of my family is totally liberal. The other half of the family is completely conservative. So we deal with this at the dinner table, not just on holidays, but basically every time we get together. So I've become a pro from experience. So trust me, I get it.
That's how you do it, right? So let's get to those tips because you have some to share with us. Like first, you have a heartfelt hack, you call it.
Yeah, and so this is a really important one that's so simple that anyone could do at any age. Teach it to your kids. If you just put your hands over the center of your chest, one over the other, not like a prayer, but actually touching the center of your chest, science has proven that we've actually evolved this way to release oxytocin into our bloodstreams, which is a hormone that actually helps us feel good, feel more relaxed, feel more love. So if you want to open up to love to your family, start by just doing this. Hands over the center of your chest. You'll feel it.
All right, Justin. So how can we give ourselves, though, a reality check?
Yeah, this is one of the most important things that I can say today. And this is one of the biggest tips from our book that you mentioned, How We Ended Racism, that I wrote with Shelley Tegelski. And the main reality check that you have to do is I tell people, draw a line down a sheet of paper. It could be on the back of a napkin or an envelope. On the right side, write, these are the facts. And on the left side, write, this is everything that I'm making up. And what you will learn is that you're making up a lot of stories about your family and friends and what your opinion is of what they should do or shouldn't do, instead of really anchoring into what is the actual truth that is objective and unarguable. And when we can anchor into the actual truth, then we stop getting lost in all of our stories of who's right and who's wrong.
Well, in the moment, breath work can calm nerves. So do you have a suggestion for that?
Yeah, this is a really good one. This is proven across the board by science. I know there's a lot of breathing techniques people are talking about. This one that I'm going to tell you is called the physiological sigh. It is the #1 way to regulate your nervous system. You can just do it 3 times and feel the difference. All you do is inhale twice through the nose if you can. So it looks like big fill up, hold it for a second, and then you sigh it out through the mouth like this. Ha. So just ha. And it sounds silly, but if you do it 3 times, you will completely fill. I see you trying it, Erin.
It feels good.
I know.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
can feel it right away.
Yeah. So, Justin, another trick is something you call word up. What is that?
Word up is one of my favorite techniques, and I do this right before I go into any dinner or conversation with anyone at work or in my family. I pick a word that I'm going to choose to commit to bringing into the room and into the conversation. So you can't control how your family shows up, but you can control how you show up. So I'll stand in my car, sit in my car, and I'll pick a word like joy. And I just tell myself, no matter what happens, the energy and what I'm going to bring to this room is joy. And when I forget, I go, oh, Justin, are you bringing joy? Yeah. Or are you bringing stress? Ooh. And you just say, I'm committed to this word no matter what anybody else does.
I like that. It'll
That's
help
great.
you to not complain about situations too.
Yeah, right? And stay in control
Well,
of
you
them.
know what happens a lot? You know what happens a lot is we're waiting for our family to create something for us.
Yeah.
But what happens if you become responsible for bringing that energy into the family instead of waiting for someone else to bring it to you?
So smart. What's your final tip? You have one last tip for us this afternoon.
Yeah, so my biggest one here is stay in your own lane. You cannot
That says it all.
force your family to change. You cannot force them to speed up their process of learning, but what you can do is love on them. And sometimes loving on them means loving on them at a little bit of a distance, but if you just get angry, it's not hurting anybody but you, right? So anchor into your energy, stay in your lane, love people as best as you can, because love is what's gonna change all of this at the end of the day.
Or
So
you could
true.
just put your hands over your heart when you see them and just say, bless their heart, and just
We know that, bless your heart.
moving. All right,
Yeah, I have
Justin.
family that lives in Alabama, so I know that well. Bless your heart.
Yes, you do.
Justin, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your tips.
Thank you for having me.
And if you would like to read more about Justin's life-changing tips or to purchase his book, How We Ended Racism, you can visit the website or follow him on social media. The information is right there on your screen.
He's wonderful.
I know.